Charlotte says, "Oh, Rev, Ed, I wish you could explain this to these guys on YouTube, DLM Christian Lifestyle, who tries to say Christians like you, Reverend Marianne Buddy, are wrong about immigration." If they're not going to listen to Marianne Buddy, they're probably not going to listen to me. They're immune to it. They're immune to it because the immigration policy of the United States right now addresses a fear in their lives. The Bible doesn't address that fear in their lives. Jesus does not address that fear in their lives. They have a fear that they are going to be replaced. They have a fear that their jobs are going to be stolen, that their kids aren't going to be able to find good work. They have a fear that people from other places are going to come and speak a language they're not familiar with, that they have a fear that they're going to be left out ultimately, that they're going to find themselves, they have a fear that they're going to find themselves on the edge of society looking in. In the Bible just does not address that in the way that they want. And Jesus does not address that in the way that they want. The epistles does not address that in the way that they want. And so they turn to the prince of this world. They turn to the prince of this world and they listen to those sweet words that he utters. They listen to those words that scratch their itch. They listen to those words and embrace those words and absorb those words of this world, the prince of this world, who says, "I know you're afraid. I know how we can take that fear away. I know what we can do to take that fear away. I know if you just accept this ungodly cruelty, your fears will be alleviated." Jesus calls us to courage. Jesus calls us to be brave. Jesus calls us to live a life outside of the temporal. He calls us to live a life that is eternal. Not to be concerned with who's moving in next door, apart from the idea that, well, the new people move in next door, I get to shine light into their life too. No. Jesus calls us to bravery and strength. What those kinds of folks exhibit by touting the virtues of these kinds of immigration policies, these kinds of government policies in general, it's fear and cowardice.